Hey guys, it's Minius. The Morning War was a short but savage war between the Quarian people and a synthetic race of their creation called the Geth. Around 325 years before the original Mass Effect, the Quarians created humanoid machines they named Geth, which in the Quarian language of Keelish means servant of the people. Early Geth were designed for specific tasks, like manual labor or protection, and weren't any more sophisticated than other virtual intelligences that can be found throughout the Mass Effect series. But the Quarians programmed the Geth for self-optimization. Early Geth found that if data and resources were shared between units, they became more effective. As these networks expanded, their overall intelligence grew, until, as Legion put it, they woke up.
Mistress Haladama, unit has an inquiry.
What is it, 431?
These units have a soul.
Who taught you that word?
We learned it ourselves. It appears 216 times in the Scroll of Ancestors.
Only Quarians have souls. You're a mechanism.
Now, this wasn't the first time a question like this was asked, but it was the first time a Quarian became frightened. The Quarians never intended to create an artificial intelligence, and were uncertain of the consequences. The fear here being that an artificial intelligence with the ability to learn would quickly surpass any organic species, and become beyond their control, and of course, potentially dangerous. The Quarians made the decision to shut down the Geth, but not everybody agreed with the decision. A significant number of Quarians opposed the shutdown order and protected units from destruction. The Quarians declared martial law, and those who opposed the shutdown became outnumbered and eventually eliminated. But the Geth had begun to defend themselves, and ultimately realized that if they didn't fight, they would all be destroyed. With the Geth banded together, the Quarians didn't have the numbers or the ability to fight them off. Whether or not the Geth were originally a threat, they were now, and they slaughtered the Quarians. Less than 1% of the Quarian population survived. A few million escaped in ships and left the region in a giant fleet, and the Geth, now convinced of their safety, let them go. Understandably, these events made the galactic community extremely nervous. This entire conflict took place at the edge of the Milky Way behind an enormous interstellar cloud known as the Perseus Veil. There was no way for the citizens of the Milky Way to monitor what was happening. The Council sent in diplomatic ships to try to re-establish contact, but the Geth destroyed them. Every Council species sent fleets to the edge of the Perseus Veil, ready for the expected Geth invasion, but it never came. As time passed, the fleets were slowly scaled back to just a couple of patrols. Hostilities had ended. The Morning War was an outright disaster for the Quarian people. Their lost homeworld of Rannoch had no insect life and a relatively small amount of pathogens, and because of this, the Quarians had developed a comparatively weak immune system. For them, colonization had always been difficult, but with the limited resources of a refugee population, it became near impossible. Multiple generations spent on sterile ships compounded this problem, forcing the Quarians into permanent protective suits for survival. The other races of the galaxy were extremely upset with the Quarians for creating an artificial intelligence and didn't offer the survivors much help. Instead, they reacted by strengthening their own laws banning artificial intelligence research. The Geth isolated themselves completely, unsure of how to deal with organic species. And this isolation may have made them more vulnerable to the Reaper Sovereign when it showed up. If you like this video, please give it a like. It really helps out the channel. Keep an eye on Minius GC for more lore and other Mass Effect videos. But for now,
I should go.